Hello again there folks, TaterCat here. Last time we met the pop idol Kira Miki. So, did the idol really show up or was she like the ghost? That's what 4 is talking about. Off to work, December 15th. Good evening. Oh, hi there.
I was expecting the bar to be different before opening hours, but I guess it's just the same tired thing.
So now we're finally introduced to Alma. Jill has mentioned her a few times, especially talking about Alice Rabbit. So here she is. She's very pretty and I like her. Alma?
Leonidas.
Gillian.
Marcello.
I stumbled across her on the way in and asked her if she wanted to tag along.
I hope you don't mind.
Sure, make yourself at home. Where's Boss? Did she put the helmet on again? She didn't put the helmet on again, did she? She went out for a bit. Don't know what for, but she said she'll be back. Or, she'll be back.
Alright. Alma, make yourself comfortable while I prepare. Right, thanks.
Yeah, we're not changing the jukebox. Time to mix drinks and change lives.
What was that?
Oh, just something they made me say back in instruction. Kinda stuck.
Huh. I went to school that made us stand up and with our hands on our backs when someone came in.
Oh, militant bullshit.
That habit didn't rub off until high school or so.
Yeah, it's kinda like that. Oh, yeah, look at this.
Glass with a signature? I'll assume it's either an autograph or an impromptu medicine recipe.
That's that Kira Miki girl came here yesterday before her concert, actually.
Oh, yeah. Now I see her name here.
You don't seem very surprised.
I like B-Link more, actually.
The stoic-looking duo, right?
Yep, those. Seems you had a better day than mine yesterday. I had to break up with Damien.
I see. Want a drink?
You don't seem very surprised.
Alma, we've known each other for, what, a few months now? I'd be more interested if those relationships of yours went further than a week or two. Oh, you're one of those girls. You say you broke up, and there's usually not enough time to foster something to break. It's more like the guy wasn't what I wanted, so I stopped flirting. Yeah, you can't really know that deep of a person within a week.
You could pretend to be more interested, you know.
Like my mom says, if I don't buy it, it's because I know the product. Dots. I don't think Alma appreciated that all that much.
Speaking of buying, do you want a frame?
A frame?
Yeah, for all these pics that you have of your boss, the one filling up your phone memory. Some seem sneakily taken at that.
Is that true? What do you care? How the hell did you find that out? So it is true! Shut up!
I'm a hacker, remember? You shouldn't piss off a hacker. Aw, I really like this one of her sleeping in her office. I think I'll copy it.
You!
Hey, can you make me a bad touch before we keep arguing?
Sure. Alma wants a bad touch. Jill cannot handle the name of this because it's bad touch. It's hilarious. Two of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the rocks and mixed. It's also green. I don't know, I like bad touch, it's hilarious. Here.
Who gives these drinks their silly names?
Usually the ones who register it. Some people have quite the silly sense of humor. I have a... How do you say it's not a name? Fargus? The thing that evolves from Yamask in, Pokemon Go, and since he's actually pretty decent, I kept him and named him Bad Touch because of all the hands.
Like that girl who keeps laughing over this particular drink's name.
Yeah. So, who's Damien again?
The one with the nice car. Sure, he's also the manager at the bank, but that car was what caught my eye.
And what's wrong with him?
Turns out that he's a LARPer.
Oh, you don't like the nerds? LARP?
Live-action roleplay.
Sounds more like a nickname of some sort of heavy-handed writer or military organization. What did he roleplay as?
Have you heard of the Woodstock fairs?
Those events where people barely dress, stink, roll in the mud, and fuck in the open?
Those are hippies, yeah. He frequents those, and it's something I'd rather not deal with, at all. If I stayed with him, I'd eventually have to go. I mean, I need to support my partner in what he does, but if it's something like that...
Okay, so it's not really LARPing, it's something completely different. You see, that's the problem right there. You say breaking up like you had something formal, but most of the time you're still getting to know him. Yeah, exactly. Think about it. Have you ended your longest lasting relationship for things like those?
Okay, sorry for not using the right word or whatever, but I'm still sorely disappointed.
Yeah, you can be disappointed, but like, you dated him. You can't really know somebody if you're dating for like not even a month.
And at least I'm trying to get some action. When was the last time you spent the night with someone else?
Last night.
Your cat doesn't count.
A year ago. It was messy.
See?
Alma, there's nothing wrong with being single. You are definitely one of those girls of acting like, oh, you're single, that means you must be sad and lonely.
I mean, I have no idea how you deal with that. If I were you, I would have pushed fuckboy over into a closet ages ago.
Fuckboy? Yeah, Gil, you're kind of a fuckboy. People have different needs and priorities.
Yes, but don't you miss having the warmth of someone else at your side? Using them as a pillow, mixing your perfume with theirs, putting your head on their chest, listening to them breathe as they pet your head, dozing off knowing that they're there, watching you, protecting you.
Dots.
Jill?
Dots. Anything I can make you to shut up and drink?
I'll have you know that my Uncle Juan taught me the ventriloquism when I was 12. Drinking won't stop me from talking, or making tasteless puns for Aunt Rosa. Still, get me something weird, would you?
A ventriloquism. Weird? A weird drink?
Yeah, something different, experimental, uncommon.
Let's see. Promo drink. Grizzly Temple sounds interesting. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One of those. This one's kind of unbearable. It's mostly for fans of the movie that it was used in. Blended. Here.
Yeah, this fits the bill.
It's a promotional drink made to commemorate a movie. Read, they leapt at the chance to sell drinks that would be unmarketable otherwise. Oh. You know, your orders are weird today.
They are.
Yeah, usually the first thing you ask for is a Brantini, then something like Cobalt Velvet or something similar.
Well, I feel like I need something different, you know?
Something tells me part of the reason is you left this Damien is because he was too deep in routine.
Maybe.
I need routine, man. But I have ADHD, that might be why I'm just like, yeah, I need routine or otherwise I'm not gonna get shit done. Hey, speaking of routines, as a hacker, what's your opinion on this whole Alice Rabbit thing? Dots. That's the silence of somebody who just heard something stupid. Stupid enough to warrant the speech they prepared just for occasions like this.
As always, very perceptive of you. You know, decades ago, there was a group of people that hacked simple sites with an agenda. Can't remember what they used to call themselves, I just remember that it was just petty vandalism. Anyway, everyone that participated started using the same name. They wanted to create this anonymous anarchist identity. The whole Alice Rabbit thing is the logical conclusion of that. It's what happens when that idea reaches its breaking point and goes mainstream. It's no longer a group, but an individual. An untouchable entity watching from the shadows, monitoring and judging everything anyone does. Observing, tolerating no one but itself. A lot of bullshit for what's essentially a pet the press made up. The antithesis of your usual boogeyman, if you must.
So you don't think such a person exists?
Don't know, don't care. I mean, we have seen actions of such an entity, but it might be anything. An individual, a group, an AI. That's not taking into account all of the copycats and pranksters using the name. So, Alice Rabbit is a thing that exists, but it's also really muddied overall. There's something else that worries me, though. That kind of story always catches the attention of kids and such. They start trying to hack stuff without knowing the risks and consequences. Imagine if, suddenly, a group of tweens broke into the bar and started asking for drinks. That's how it feels for me, and it's thanks to that damned Alice Rabbit thing.
I see. So your hobby is being muddled by... Your hobby is being invaded by... obnoxious teenagers, and you hate it.
But enough of that, there's more of a pressing matter at hand.
There is?
Yeah, you've been delaying my invitations for hanging out sometime for too long.
Oh, that.
Do you hate me that much, Jill? Does my presence make you that uncomfortable?
No,
At this rate, I might just crash by your apartment. There's no way you can just say no.
I mean, you can say go away and close the door.
Maybe I'll also crash for the night. We could have a sleepover, braid our hair, tell stories all night, shower together. You know you need some human warmth in that place.
Your tits alone would fill my entire bathroom. Yeah, she's quite busty.
Man, you act too nonchalantly. It's no fun.
Act a little bit.
Let me tease you for a second.
Hey, this is another reason why Jill is just me as a person. There's a reason why I don't do reaction content is because my reactions are not interesting. I refuse.
In all seriousness though, any particular reason you've been turning down my invitations? I mean, it's not a date. I just want to have a conversation with you outside these four walls.
I'm not a morning person. I registered for the night shift precisely to avoid waking up early.
The earliest I've asked you to hang out is 10 a.m., you know.
That's early morning by my standards. Yeah, when you work the morning shift, or the night shift, 10 a.m.'s early. I mean, it's not that I don't want to hang out, I just don't want to wake up early.
You are hopeless.
Alma, you need to understand that people who work a night shift have very different senses of what early is.
Anyway, I'm gonna need another drink here. Let's say a big brandtini.
Finally, that's the Alma I know. Big brandtini. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. Aged and mixed. Big brandtini. Here.
You know, brandtini is such a weird name.
It was originally supposed to replicate the martini. Problem is, the BTC got a hold of a brand of vermouth that was named after a certain automobile company. So on a weird whim, they changed the name.
I see.
You know, I was wondering.
Yeah?
Don't you worry about the people you work for might be doing with the information you provide?
Not really.
You don't?
Do you worry about what happens when people leave this place drunk?
Not really. Most of the time.
Well, neither do I.
Why should you? Do you get people drunk?
Some say my beauty is intoxicating, but that's besides the point. I get my payment, do my job, and forget about the whole thing.
You make your job sound so easy.
Once you understand what precautions to take, it's no problem, and I've always found my job fun. However, most of my contracts are consultancy-based gigs. It's not like every day's a thrill.
Do you meet with your client, or...?
I don't. It's always from behind many filters as I can manage.
Yeah, with her kind of job, it's... anonymity is very important. Because it sounds like she does do a lot of illegal shit.
I remember I once did a job where I had a couple of kids relaying letters.
For security reasons, right?
Actually, because that way I lose a lot of time. lose a lot less time. I don't have to deal with clients hitting on me or pestering me after the job's done. I also don't have to lose time proving my worth because big boobs equals small brain or some shit like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised that stereotype still exists.
I mean, protecting my identity is one of the reasons, but few times I've shown myself.
Yeah, you're a pretty woman, you would get harassed a lot. There's a song that I've recently discovered by a artist named Emily Autumn. I don't know if anybody knows who she is, but she has a song called Thank God I'm Pretty, and that song would absolutely fit Alma. I think one of the lines is, every skill that I have will be brought into question.
They weren't even risky or dangerous jobs, just run-of-the-mill security checks. I don't know, maybe I need to show up as a disheveled nerd or something, give them what they expect to see. Or I just don't show up and save myself the trouble.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Why all the questions?
Just things I've been curious about and always forget to ask. So many Alice Rabbit headlines makes me wonder about the hacking business too.
Oh, I'll remember to ask you things next time then. Well, I'll take my leave now. See ya.
Take care. Hello, sugar? Ow. Oh, God. It's Mr. Donovan. Like my pops used to say, I never touched the ass of a woman with a metallic arms. Did you try to touch Alma's ass? Because she'll probably fucking kill you. I think it's more like plastic and carbon fiber. The hurt as fuck, and that's all my abdomen felt. Well, you deserved it then. Do you normally greet people that way? I'm a man who can't contain himself when he sees somebody he likes, kid. Bad! Fucking spray bottle your dumbass. Oh, but don't worry, you're safe. You're flatter than the fields of my summer house. A bit of advice, you shouldn't provoke the ones serving your drinks or food. Don't be offended, kid. You have your audience. I'm just not part of it. Today I'm making this quick one. Gotta attend to business in a while. Having said that, I'll just have the usual. The usual, he says. Mr. Donovan wants the usual. 3 days and he's already has the usual drink. At least he's simple. So 2 of those, 4 of those, 2 of those, 4 of those, 8 of those. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Mixed. The usual. Sure, this'll work. Dots. What brings you today, Mr. Donovan? That girl I interviewed yesterday is coming again in a couple of weeks. So I was working to clinch an exclusive interview. Did you succeed? Who the hell do you think you're talking to? I'm Donovan D. Dawson. I always get what I want. Sure, I had to blackmail the editors of the other outlets, but the end result is what matters. You are a terrible fucking person. You're fascinating to listen to as an example of a horrible fucking person. But goddamn, you're a horrible fucking person. I see. Wait, blackmail? You'd be surprised at the kind of stuff you find out when you get the right people drunk. I'm pretty sure she wouldn't be, huh? Hey, the signature on that glass over there. Oh, yeah. That big-titted Lulum was here? She came yesterday before the concert, yeah. Anything juicy come out of her visit? No. Gossip-worthy? No. Tabloid-worthy? No. Come on, there's gotta be something. Well, her love for what she does is so honest and pure that anyone who tries to ruin it should be ashamed. Oh, don't give me that shit. Throw me a bone near anything. I've got nothing. Everyone has a price. How much for you to spill the beans? I'm serious here. She said nothing that could be used against her that you didn't already know. Fine. Hey kid, do you think Lulum have nipples? Excuse me? I mean, I've seen a couple of pornos where they have them, but they could be modded, you know? So yesterday, while interviewing the singer Lulum chick, I kept wondering if those tits had nipples. I mean, I'd be fine without them, but curiosity is killing me. Yeah, because Lulum aren't humans. They're androids with completely sentient AI that have gained self-control. I think Dorothy explains it later, a little better in detail. But even more curious about the engineers that designed them. Can you picture a room full of people discussing whether or not the tits on a Lulum look good? A bunch of guys and a lesbo engineer wondering if the latest model's vagina looks good enough. Man, God bless those sons of bitches. Any interesting preview for tomorrow's news? You expect me to share my information when you wouldn't share your scoop on the singer? Dude, there was nothing. How can one share when there's honestly nothing to share? Uh-huh. I'm gonna be a good citizen today and let this one pass. Have you heard of a group called the Harbingers? Not really, no. They're the same group wanting to overthrow the White Knights. I read their manifesto in the bathroom once. Interesting piece, and even better makeshift toilet paper. How pleasant. They talk about how the organization is corrupt, full of mob bosses or something like that. I think I heard about that somewhere. One of them. They sent a message to some outlet saying they have proof of their claims. That they're gonna release it to the public tomorrow. Oh, that'd be interesting to see, I think. I know, right? Alright, kid, give me a bleeding Jane so I can call it a day. Okay, bleeding change, that Jane, that's a change of pace. I didn't know that was a thing. Some say that this name 3 times in a mirror and you'll look like a fool. I like that. Let's give him a big one, because that's how he likes his shit. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blended. Bow, bow, bow. I fucked that up, apparently. Oh, stupid. That's what I'm doing wrong. It would help if I learned what colors are. Here we go. Here. Simple enough for you, I see. Dots. So I've heard that this is Dana Zane's bar. Is that true? Yeah. Never thought I'd hear about the undefeated of the West again. More so after the incident with the bears. Where is she? She's out running some, bears? 6 years ago, a cash-strapped Dana Zane entered the underground ring for money. Faced 10 enraged grizzly bears. She beat them all without killing them. I heard she set them free afterwards, too. And you were there? I was drunk and bored, what can I say? Do you know if she lost her arm there? Can't remember. Too drunk. Maybe she had her prosthetic then, too. I heard someone there suggested that she lost it after throwing a baseball out of some stadium. Threw it so hard her arm fell off. But that sounds more like an unsubstantial rumor. Unsubstantiated. That's a big word for you, Mr. Donovan. Like something she made up. Well, I gotta go. Next time you say Dana, thank her for winning me second yacht. I know betting on her was the right choice. Please come again. Yeah. Well, at least Mr. Donovan didn't completely wreck my fucking throat. Like he did last time. I think I got a better way of voicing him. He's still pretty rough, though. Doing a save. Alright. Obviously, I'm going to call that here. Like, subscribe, and all that noise. I'll see you in the next one, folks. Later.